Oh, we were just Launceston played really good footy. They got the ball inside 50, capitalised. And when you're kicking 10 goals straight, it was a great effort by those guys. They really came out to play and caught us off guard. And I thought that we were very shell shocked until the third quarter. And they just sort of played over top of us.
Bit of uncharted territory for yourself. How do you, does it come down to confidence, or is it a skill thing? How do you overcome it?
Yeah, look, I think it's probably a mixture of things for us at the moment. But that's not an excuse. I think we just lack of effort at times, and we're really getting exposed. And teams are coming out every week to knock us off, and I think sometimes we're finding it tough to get up, and it's just something that we need to really fix quickly. But there's a bit of bye footy coming. A couple of our other guys are in some really good form. Hopefully play state footy. So just got to continue working with our team and a unit to find what that is, and as I say, fix it quickly.
I don't know about your internal statistics, mate, but Launceston had 104 tackles. I guess, is that through pressure that they're applying, or is that through some mix-ups from yourself?
Yeah, look, we had a lot of skill errors today, and I think that forced by their pressure. So not only did we have missed handballs, we had missed kicks. There was probably a fair bit of perceived pressure there. So if that's correct, then that's a phenomenal tackle count, and obviously it's really stuck out. They just hunted the footy, hunted the contest, wanted the contact, and then on the flip side of that, they used the ball quite well moving forward.
The competition's quite even. Is that how you read it, especially with the result today with Clarence getting over top of North?
Yeah, look, it's a good place to be for the competition. I think a lot of over the last couple of years they've just singled out a couple of sides. But look, I sort of mentioned earlier in the year that Launceston was definitely going to be a team to watch, and they've improved, and Sam's got them playing some really sharp, quick, fast footy, and obviously Sam was a very contested and under player, so it's no surprise why they do play that way. But look, a bit of a surprise today that North only did go down, but I suppose on anyone's day they can step up and beat other teams, and hopefully that's us very shortly.
Is there anyone that you patted on the back after the game today and said, well,
yeah, look, our 6 best players, I thought they were really good. There was Brady Quinn, Tim Butterworth, Reece Mott, Mitch Rainbird, Braden Webb, the other one will lose me at the moment. I just thought that their effort today mightn't necessarily been a big ball accumulating day, but their effort was certainly there, and I thought Pidgeys, our skipper, definitely put his head over the ball, and again, was really good. I think Jay also had a pretty good day. Hasn't really been hitting the scoreboard as much, but look, when you got teams, I'm sure they're doing their homework on Jay Bowden, and I think I saw a bit of physical attention he got there early in the game. So I think he's still getting, he's plus 20 disposals and hitting the scoreboard and laying his tackles and doing the things that you want out of other players. It's just, I think we've come to expect multiple goals from Jay and really dominating games. But he had another game today where I thought he played really well. No worries, guys.
How do you rate today's performance? What's the assessment, mate?
Yeah, fantastic. I said to the boys I couldn't be prouder. We knew it was going to be a big day and a tough day for the footy club, and we haven't had a win like that, probably for a few weeks now at home. Last one was Burnie. So to respond like that the way they did today, coming off a loss last week, is fantastic. And as a coach, I couldn't be happier.
Synergy from the back line to the midfield to the forward line seemed to flow. Is that the inside assessment?
Yeah, I think from watching the game, I reckon it's easy to pick up on the backs doing well, but I reckon it starts the other way around. I reckon the forward line apply the pressure, then makes it easier for the mids to then apply further pressure, and the backs get the reward for that pressure when it does finally get into them. They get a little bit more of a look at the footy, or an extra second to readjust and reposition. So they did a fantastic job, and today was probably the first time we've seen our forwards really apply some supreme pressure as they were coming out of their half-back line.
Yeah, the pressure, you had 104 tackles. Has that been a focus, and it seemed to create some mistakes from Glenorchy?
Yeah, obviously pressure on the footy is very important, and I'd imagine our contested ball and things like that was really dominant, or not dominant, but a really strong performance from our guys. So you mix that with contested footy and tackling count and things like that, it just applies that pressure across the field, and all of a sudden the opposition may have a bit more perceived pressure, rush their kicks a little bit more, and that allows their backs to set up a little bit more, proactively, and which applies, offence from there.
Yeah, I thought Jay Blackberry was outstanding today, along with Jake Smith. You could name probably 10 players that really stood out. Is that?
Yeah, I spoke to other coaches, and we really struggled to name the 6 for the paper. So. I think it was an incredible team effort across all 3 lines, and it's probably the first time all 3 lines have really fired at once and hit their KPIs and done what we've asked for them.
So you've equalled last year's tally, mate. and you said during the week that it's basically a free hit from here. What are you hoping to gain out of the next half of the season?
Yeah, I think we've now seen what we can do. It's now being able to do that consistently and weekly. I'm sure that next week's another week, and we could have a dip, or we could go and have the same result. But for our group and our footy club, it's just getting those finer things right and making sure that our club and our D League and our total package of a football club is continuing in the right direction, which we've seen, I think, in the first sort of 8 to 9 rounds of the year, and to be five up and equaling that this early in the season is a great reward for our playing group. And we haven't changed the side a great deal. We've added maybe one or two, but in saying that, we've lost. We lost Big Glenorchy last year, and Michael Mussicker and Jake Rice is playing a little bit of footy through the twos, but unlikely to play senior footy until he has his surgery. So we've lost more players than we've added. So it's a great reward for the same group of players that took the field last year to go out and play football like this and get some reward for their hard work.
And your game, mate, are you feeling more comfortable out there now?
Yeah, I went in today feeling pretty good. I've probably today was probably down from the last 2 weeks. I had really strong games 2 weeks before today. I thought I competed well today and put a solid performance together. And again, each week that goes by, I'll start to recover faster and pull up and get ready to go.
You had 50 inside 50s today, and you had 25 shots on goal. So every second time you went, you had a shot on goal. Your efficiency was a lot better than Glenorchy's. Do you feel like that's where your strength is, where you can potentially, beat the Norths and the Clarences at the moment and really, push for a really good spot in the finals?
Yeah, it's interesting. Last week we had 50 inside 50s to 35 and we lost the game of footy. So that to me shows that we probably lost with our entries going in. So we focused on that this week and we got some much better delivery into our forward line. Having Hamish Leedham back into the ruck gives us another key forward in Nathan O'Donoghue, so that when sides do play a spare, we've got a 6'6" guy that can actually still bring the ball to ground 2v1, which is incredibly important. So without that mix of players in your forward line, as we seen last week, it's very difficult. But today the boys moved the ball well, and they went after what they went out there to do. There was no fear, there was no nothing. They just went out there and had a crack and put their best foot forward. And as I say to our boys, just be the best version of yourself, and that's all we can ask for.
And last time you played Glenorchy, you lost by 126 points. And today you won by 70, so 196 point turnaround. That must be pretty happy for you as a coach to say how far you've come as a team and how much you've improved and how far you can keep going. Yeah,
it's a great result for our footy club, for everyone involved in our footy club. But we played on our home deck, and I'm sure we've got to get in there at the later end of the year. So for us, the footy club, it's now about assessing what we did well, so that when we go up against them, we can implement the same thing and try and get that sort of score difference at the other end of the state, which will be very difficult.